After the age of 65, walking by itself is no longer enough to rebuild the leg strength, balance, and stability that the body naturally loses over time. Walking is still healthy and important, but it does not challenge the muscles deeply enough to reverse age-related weakness. As the years pass, muscle fibers shrink, joints become stiffer, and the nervous system becomes slower to react. Balance becomes harder to maintain, steps become shorter, and confidence while moving gradually fades. This is why surgeons and physical therapists now emphasize strength-based movements rather than relying on walking alone. When you train the correct muscles with the right movements, you restore stability and control in ways that walking simply cannot provide. After 65, the solution is not to walk farther or faster. The solution is to train smarter. The body needs targeted movements that rebuild strength, reactivate dormant muscles, and retrain balance systems that walking no longer stimulates. That is why this routine focuses on 3 simple, surgeon-approved exercises that can be done safely at home. These movements are joint-friendly, controlled, and designed specifically for men over 65 who want real results without unnecessary risk. When practiced consistently, they rebuild leg strength, improve posture, restore balance, and help you move with confidence again. The first exercise is the chair squat. The chair squat is one of the most important strength-building movements for men over 65 because it retrains the exact muscles that walking can no longer strengthen on its own. As you age, the quadriceps and glute muscles lose power faster than almost any other muscle group. These muscles are responsible for standing up, climbing stairs, and stabilizing each step you take. When they weaken, every movement becomes slower and less stable. This is why surgeons and physical therapists often use the sit-to-stand motion as a clinical test of lower body function. Difficulty rising from a chair without using your hands is a clear sign that walking alone is no longer enough. The chair squat directly restores this lost power by teaching your body to generate controlled force through the hips and knees while keeping the joint supported. To perform it correctly, begin by sitting on a sturdy chair with your feet planted firmly under your knees. Your chest should be angled slightly forward and your spine tall. Tighten your core muscles gently, then press firmly through your heels. Rise to a full standing position in one smooth, steady motion. At the top, keep your weight centered and avoid shifting onto your toes. Slowly lower yourself back down until your hips lightly touch the chair. Then repeat the movement with control. Aim for 10 to 15 repetitions, moving slowly enough to feel the muscles working rather than relying on momentum. If assistance is needed at first, rest your hands lightly on the sides of the chair for balance, but avoid pushing with your arms. As strength improves, cross your arms over your chest to increase the challenge. You may also use a slightly lower chair as you progress. If knee discomfort is present, start with a higher seat or place a cushion on the chair to reduce the depth of the movement. Even a partial squat activates the correct muscles and builds strength safely. Over time, you may pause briefly just above the chair before standing again, which forces your legs to stabilize your body without help from momentum. With consistent practice, the chair squat rebuilds the foundation of strength, balance, and confidence that walking alone cannot restore. The second exercise is the wall push-up. The wall push-up is one of the safest and most effective upper body strengthening movements for men over 65. While walking focuses mostly on the legs, it does very little to strengthen the muscles that support posture and protect the spine. As the chest, shoulders, and arms weaken with age, the lower back is forced to work harder during everyday movement. This is why many older men experience back fatigue even after short walks. Strengthening the upper body restores balance across the entire body so that the back, hips, and knees are no longer overloaded. Surgeons and physical therapists recommend the wall push-up because it builds strength without placing excessive stress on the wrists or shoulders. To perform it, stand facing a wall with your feet about 1 full step back. Place your hands on the wall at chest height, slightly wider than shoulder width. Tighten your core and keep your body in a straight line from head to heels. Slowly bend your elbows and lower your chest toward the wall. Stop when your face is a few inches away. Pause briefly, then press yourself back to the starting position in one smooth, controlled motion. Aim for 10 to 20 repetitions, focusing on steady movement rather than speed. If the exercise feels too difficult, step closer to the wall to reduce the load. If it feels too easy, step farther back to increase the challenge. For shoulder comfort, keep your elbows closer to your body. For more strength development, pause for 2 seconds at the bottom of the movement, or lower your hands slightly to engage more chest muscle. Maintain a neutral neck position, avoid arching your lower back, and breathe steadily throughout. With regular practice, the wall push-up improves posture, reduces back tension, and provides the upper body support that walking alone cannot offer. The third exercise is the standing march with hip extension. This movement restores one of the most important abilities that declines after 65, which is controlled hip power. Walking keeps you moving, but it does not strengthen the muscles that control stride length, leg lift, and pelvic stability. When the hip flexors and glute muscles weaken, steps become shorter, balance becomes unreliable, and the risk of stumbling increases. This exercise directly targets those weak areas by training the body to lift the leg with strength and extend the hip with control. To perform the standing march with hip extension, stand tall with your feet hip-width apart and lightly hold a chair or counter for balance. Engage your core muscles. Shift your weight onto one leg and slowly lift the opposite knee to a comfortable height while keeping your torso upright. Pause briefly to feel the hip flexor working. Lower the leg with control, then extend the same leg straight back behind you, squeezing the glute muscle without arching the lower back. Return the foot to the starting position and repeat the pattern. Perform 10 to 15 slow repetitions on one side before switching to the other. Move deliberately rather than quickly. The goal is controlled strength and stability. Keep your hips level and your breathing steady. If balance is a concern, reduce the height of the knee lift or keep both hands on a stable surface. For a gentler version, lift the knee only part way and extend the leg a shorter distance. For a greater challenge, pause for 2 seconds at the top of the knee lift or at the end of the hip extension. If lower back discomfort appears, reduce the range of motion and focus on tightening the glute muscles. With consistent practice, this exercise improves step height, walking control, and overall balance in ways that walking alone cannot achieve. Together, these 3 exercises rebuild the strength and stability that walking can no longer maintain after 65. Chair squats restore power in the legs and make standing and climbing easier. Wall push-ups support posture and reduce strain on the lower back. Standing marches with hip extension bring back hip control and balance. Practicing this routine regularly helps you move with confidence, remain independent, and feel stronger in daily life. If this routine has been helpful, continue practicing it consistently and pay attention to how your strength and balance improve over time. Small, steady effort creates powerful results, even after 65.